Hello Gypsers, it's Gav. Welcome to another one of my videos. It is only a pop-up one again. We're looking at the Mark 1 Tiger tank. I don't know enough to say if it's a late one or not. It's coated in Zimmerit, but I'm not sure. I'll leave the Tiger experts to. And again, it's a Flames of War 15mm tank, so you know there's going to be some simplifications. Right, we'll look at the dreaded 88mm barrel. You will have to drill like I did with the Hornice, drill the end out. I mean, that's no hardship. What I like about the side skirts, they give you two side skirts. You can have the fresh out the factory or careful driver ones, or the not so careful driver one, which I think is a really nice touch. Sorry for twisting it around, I'm just trying to get the best angles. As you can see, they've put some tears in and dings. I think that's a really nice touch. Might just shave them down very slightly at the ends just to show a bit thinner. I don't know if I'm going to do any major conversions with this Tiger tank, purely because I wasn't sure what I could really do with it. We'll have a look at the parts anyway and have a think of what we can do. So this is what they call the common sprue. Yep, you get the, I mean, I like the sense, well, not such sense of humour, but attention to detail, I suppose. But they've included the buckets. As you know, German tanks always having buckets hanging off them. We've got a little jerry can. Let's see if I can replicate that. And obviously our main hull. Here we have our top hull. I've put some photographs at the end. We've got the exhaust that will go in the armoured shrouds, which I'll show you in a minute. Towing cables, tools, the hooks around for extracting other tanks. I know that Tigers weren't supposed to pull other Tigers, but there's that famous shot of Tiger 101. Sorry, no, it's not Tiger 101. I can't even remember. Is it? Is it Michael Wittmann's tank? I'm not sure, but anyway, the 101st Abteilung Heavy Tank Battalion, whatever. I'm trying to mix my tiny bit of smattering of bad German in to try and pretend I know something. But in Normandy anyway, and they're towing one up the road. I've got several pictures of that in one of my Then and Now books. Yeah, no, they did tow them even though they weren't really supposed to tow other tanks. Again, you could say obviously this is quite large moulded detail. Again, it's done as a gaming piece, not as a yes, people can have the enjoyment of making a small model, but it's mainly done as a gaming piece for wargaming. It's just I've found an enjoyment of working on them, just adding bits to them, you know, just a bit of enjoyment. As I say, they're so small, even the Tiger here, it can sit on your bench. You don't have to have an airbrush if you don't want to use one. You know, you can always either buy a rattle can and spray the base Dunkelgelb over, or whatever colour you want to, and you can always paint on any camouflage by hand if you wanted to. So we've got our bow machine gun, and I take it that's a machine gun for, if it's for the mantlet, I'm not sure if that's for the mantlet or not, because I didn't think they were protruded out so much, but we'll have a look. We can have hatches closed or hatches open, so there's no need for me to, that's what I'm saying, there's not as much on this one to actually get your teeth into scratch building wise. We've got our spare extra track links there. I may try and replicate those and add them extra to the vehicle. I did think of doing the Tiger, not so much obviously I've only got one, not towing two, but one towing the other one. Although that is an idea. It cost me about £7 this sprue. But I wanted to do something along that line, so that tank going along with the crew outside, sitting outside. I completely lost my train of thought now. So yeah, we will be opening up the driver and co-driver's hatch. So, but that's what I was trying to say. The amount of grills here, I'll be cutting up so much, doing so much damage to them. I don't really want to go that way of, just to expose an engine or something like that. There's plenty of other little Flames of War kits you can have fun, like the SDK have said 250 alt. I'll be doing for the Nashorn project I've got going on. So as I said, this is I don't think it showed anything there, but we've got our Zimmerit, and I'm quite sure we can. I mean, they've even staggered that, which is nice at this scale. But we can knock the odd chunk out of that and maybe put a couple of splash marks from rounds that haven't penetrated. Another cable there by the look of it. Our bow section, again, that classic pasted on all round the bow machine gun. Zimmerit again. Not sure what I'm looking at there. Or is that the bow machine gun? And that's the mantlet. And that's the mantlet, I take it, and this is the bow machine gun, I believe. Around the other way, Gav? Yeah, I would say. Yeah. Oh, let's look at the wheels, because I thought they were really nicely done again. There we go, look at the top one. Again, you've got to make sure you get in there with your black, obviously, because there's a lot of nooks and crannies there. But again, really nicely done. I can't get over the detail for 15mm gaming pieces. They're absolutely fantastic. The only thing that oh yeah, how about that? I was actually going to say the only thing that lets them down is there's no on the Nashorn, these are blank, or Hornice I should say. These are blank, but they've actually put some track cleats, whatever you want to call them, there, which is good enough for me. But that's even if you haven't got that, or if you think that detail's not good enough for you. By the time you've wedged a bit of dirt in and stuff, that disappears, and you just got all this lovely wheel detail. Turret, of course, we should go to that again. Zimmerit. So didn't have any on top. I will open up the loader's hatch. As I said, I'd like to have the crew somehow displayed sitting, and obviously on the outside in Normandy, all eyes to the sky type of thing. And those yabos come down and shoot up the convoy. So there you go. That's our Tiger tank. As I say, it's not a lot. So literally, if you were just going to build it for or you can call it out the box, that it's a few minutes and it's all put together. But of course, my enjoyment of these is more just adding a few details to them. So I'm not 100% what details I'm going to be doing yet. I'll definitely be doing the driver's hatch and the co-driver, as I call it, but the radio operator, whatever you want to call him. I'll be doing their hatches open. I'll be doing the the loader's hatch open as well. I've got my German Balkan Cruise crosses that I bought for the Nashorn and numbers, so I've just got to check if they had black and white numbers or not on these, or if they had red and white. I'm stuffed really, and I haven't got any. If I'm going to do this as a core, because the 101st Heavy Tank Battalion, I think it was a core asset, obviously, in the SS Panzer Corps, but the vehicles, I believe, still had, what I've seen anyway, still had the Leibstandarte or Standarte divisional emblems on them, so probably have to get those to make them look authentic. Or I could do is it 503rd Heavy Tank Battalion of HEA Battalion, so Army Battalion, I believe. I might be wrong, but with my dodgy memory, I believe it's a HERE unit, so an army unit, and I could do that instead. So we shall see, but yeah, it'll definitely be a Normandy Tiger. It's just when I get round to it. I haven't done anything else to the, I've still got the sprue still here. Shows a size difference in the Tiger. Here's the little 250 Alt again. We all call them Hannah Mags, but I don't think the Alt was a Hannah Mag, was it? It was Noi or something. I don't know. But I will be getting around to that. But I've been working. I'm not going to show it because it's a bit of a mess at the moment. But I've been working on a building for the backdrop for the Hornice. So and I need to do a bit more. Well, I've got a lot more work to do on that, and I've got to do some more sculpting to see if I can bring some more figures that look halfway decent. As I say, if they don't look brilliant, I'll just have to bite the bullet and buy some, which will be a shame. But I'm not giving up on the sculpting of that scale and maybe 20mm scale for the moment. I'll keep having a go, and if I think they're good enough, because I want a few figures for the 250 half track. I'm going to definitely have an engine in that, and obviously have the door, the bonnet doors open, and have a couple of guys milling around it type of thing. It's obviously broken down. So yeah, thanks a lot for stopping by. Hope everything's going well with you. Updates probably a bit slow at the moment. They all seem to be these 15mm. Just I happen to get that on the weekend, come through the post. There'll probably be a Jeep update in 1 in 350, 1 in 30, 1 in 35 scale. There'll probably be a Jeep update this week, and maybe I've got my 40mm Perry first, one of the 40mm figures to show you as well. I'm just working on the base, starting to work on the base of that this afternoon. So thank you very much for stopping by, taking a look. Hope all goes well with you, and we'll catch each other soon on another video.